To be honest, I think I've had the quickest break in history. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to THFC Till I Die, your home of Tottenham Hotspur from past, present, and a bit weird to confusing. I don't give a toss future anymore, but yes, I do. Yeah, I was having a few days off, but an emergency happened to the Godfather. you had to go and find some new horse's head for people. So I've had to emergency step in with my usual co-host, Ellie. Ellie, how are you this morning? Actually, Ellie, I want to take you out and bring
Yeah.
you in. I want to
Oh,
do something. Okay, so I want to give you a proper intro. Right. This is something I've been learning. Where is it now? Where is the song now? Where is it? Here we go.
The Batmobile. Let's go.
Once you bring in the
Atomic
woman
batteries to power.
who's the
Turbines
queen
to
of
speed.
all the other, she's also
Roger.
good as
Ready to move
Catwoman out of Batman. There you go. I'll do it better tomorrow. I'll do it better tomorrow.
I'll be Catwoman.
No, you're Holly. You're definitely still Phil and Holly. I'm standing in for Phil today because Phil and Holly have had a big bust
Yeah,
up
you're
behind
Phil
the scenes.
today.
No, I'm not. Don't want to be Phil. Thank you. Really do not want to be Phil. Right, Ellie. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. I was just going to say, Dermot, to make you laugh, I reckon Phil's busy answering his fan mail to all the over 70s who are after him.
Yeah, well, we all know Phillips. We all know Phillips and
Oh my
Tom
God.
Jones of the bingo world with his big medallion and his, he probably sings it's not unusual, and all that, and I don't think he does bingo. I think he sings. I think he does Tom Jones classics on a Wednesday, but he's keeping it very in the down low. But I think all the 70s and 80-year-olds in Leacham have him up. He's a bit like Donald O'Donnell around the Leacham area. He's going to kill me if he hears this. He would literally kill me. But anyway, good afternoon. And listen, we've got a little bit of promo work to start off with before we bring people into the chat. Because a little bird tells me, Ellie, you're coming over to Wexford, aren't you?
I am indeed. Who would you recommend pick me up from Dublin Airport, mate?
Well,
Who's the best man for it?
I can recommend this man, this one and only. He is Patio Cabs from Gorey. He will pick you direct up from the plane, take you all the way to Wexford and Dublin. He is your man for any journeys you need to go. So please, he is a Spurs fan. We are promoting him. He's a very good friend of mine. So he's starting now, runs direct from Dublin Airport to Wexford. So if you're coming over to Dublin, coming over to Ireland, you want to go to Wexford, this is the man to call. Patio Cab Services. He will pick you up, Billy, and he will take you everywhere you need to go. So please give him a call. There you go, Ellie. Now,
nice one.
Nice one. Well, there you go. Yeah, we are going to do a proper video, myself, Ellie, and Philip, with this. So we will have a proper promo video. But we just wanted to get this out today. So please, he's not a sponsor. He's more like our channel taxi service, if you know what I mean, where people come over. This is the man to use. So big up, Patio. If you're watching or watching this later today, we're going to start plugging you. So big up, man. So that took me a while to get that together, by the way. I did try to put his name onto the plane and get out Ryanair, but it just didn't work. Anyway, that's out of the way. We welcome a few people in, Ellie. And we've got Angelina Luenzo. I don't know who she is. Some mad woman, I think. She says, leave us a comment after the stream airs. That would be very much appreciated. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do. I don't like that, Holly. Please bring back Philip. Right. Big up Carl Simpson. Carl Simpson, good afternoon, guys, and everyone in the chat. Big up, Carl. That is the link if you want to become a channel member. It does help. The link does work. So if you want to become a channel member, hit that link. It's pinned at the top of the comments board. So please do that. So thank you very much indeed. Big up FTSN Column. Big up Column. Says good afternoon all. Big afternoon to Lisa. Good afternoon all. We'll be Lisa. A bit from the road. Let me know, Lisa, how hot is it in Mexico today? Let me know. Really make me jealous. Carl Simpson, Dermot, I thought you were having a few days off. Yeah, well, Philip rang me this morning, had an emergency. So Super Sub had to step in. Super sub, so that's me.
Yeah.
Wembley 1, big up Wembley 1. Afternoon, everyone. The thought has struck me both James Ward-Prowse and James Maddison could be available this summer. What's the bet? And we get neither. I tell you what, Ellie, I'd go for Ward-Prowse. Who would you go for out of them two?
That's a hard one, because they both score goals and they're both creative, so it's very hard. I suppose I'll go for James Ward-Prowse. Yeah, because James Maddison, he's a bit of a maverick, and he's had a really bad. Well, he's had a good season, but in a bad team. So maybe he'll fit in better with us. You never know. I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah. It is hard, Ellie. It is hard. Look, I'll go just for the free kicks alone for Prowse. Just, are we lost, Ellie?
Because Harry Kane will get a lot of free kicks, won't he?
He will. So,
yeah.
But I think
I was saying Harry Kane gets fouled a lot, so we'd get a lot of free kicks.
I think he's a better
Little
player.
Polo's good at free kicks as well.
Yeah, he is. But I think Ward-Prowse is better than James Maddison anyway. To be fair.
Yeah, I think he's very good at seasons ago. He was even better at demanding the ball. I think he's lost his way a little bit this season, but he still scored goals. So
yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Ellie, do you want to log out and log back in again? You seem to be lagging a little bit. Do you want to try that? Big up Ben Kaufman. It says, good afternoon, everyone. Big up, Ben. I hope you're doing well, and I hope everything is well for you, sir. And you enjoying the new Zelda game, so let me know what you think of it. I haven't played it yet, but I will do, so let me know what you think of it.
Yeah.
Carl Simpson says, Daniel O'Donnell, that is not a compliment. Well, Daniel O'Donnell's quite big in Ireland, I tell you. He is with all the grannies anyway. See, over 70s, Philip, granny. Well, works in the same circles, and he does know him actually. So,
I'm only 10 years off that.
Yeah, well, you'd be there soon, Ellie, swinging your big, whatever around your head to Tom
Like 10
Jones.
years, only 10 more years, man.
You'd be coming over to Ireland every weekend to Philip's bingo night.
I just hope in that bloody 10 years we win a trophy, at least one.
Yeah.
Come on, Spurs, wake up.
Maybe one. Wayne Bonner, big up Wayne. If you want to be like Wayne, of course, the link is at the top of the chat. Afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Looking forward to Rodgers Mason partnership next season. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind that. As controversial as that sounds, if we got Brendan Rodgers and Mason as a double act, I don't think I would mind that, because Mason would be very good in the dressing room. And Brendan Rodgers has been successful where he's been, Ellie. He's won an FA Cup at Leicester. Of course, he's won stuff for Celtic, and he did turn Liverpool around. He laid foundations for where Liverpool got to. So what do you think to a Rodgers-Mason partnership next season?
Of course. I disagree with you, Dermot, because Rodgers is coming off the back of a terrible season with Leicester. And Mason, he hasn't shown anything that fills me with confidence. All right, he's pally with the players, sorry, but nah, I can't see that. No, sorry. Big fun, Stan.
Yeah.
What do you think in the chat? Who are you with? Are you with me or Dermot or Split?
I think they're going to be with you, Ellie, to be fair. I think I'm a loser here. We've got Paul Brown, afternoon, Dermot, Ellie, and on we go towards where? Well, I tell you where you can go. You can get patio cabs from Dublin Airport to take you directly from Dublin Airport to Wexford. That's where you can go. Look at that cheesy plug I got in there. Very cool.
And Wexford is a seaside town, so you can dip your feet in the water as well.
Well, I live River Chapel and Court Town's the seaside town. Wexford is like the French Riviera on the side, and of course, our colours are now representing the Levy out or the Tottenham change thing. So,
Yeah,
you know,
Tottenham
as
gold.
Ben Kaufman knows, me and Ben are head of the Wexford Tourism Board. Ben is the chief executive. I'm the, his assistant. So we're trying our best to big up everyone. We've got Tottenham 8082. Big up Tottenham 882. Never seen you in before, but welcome. It says Manderson will go to Newcastle. I think he will. I think he'll go there purely for the money, but also I think Newcastle will bounce everyone out the transfer window this year. I really, really do. Carl
Yeah,
Simpson, I want
that's
both.
what
I
I
want
think as
both.
well.
Get it done. Levy,
Yeah.
manager, chairman, tea lady. Exactly. Wembley one, afternoon, Ben and Ellie. Looking forward to seeing you both again outside the stadium on Saturday morning. Do us a favour when you go there, Ellie. Get an interview with Mr. Wembley one. I love to see what he looks like and what he
Yeah,
has to say. So do that, and as well
I'll get
do
an
one with,
interview.
yeah. If that's all right, Wembley one. I love his name, Wembley one. Carl Simpson, Dermot. No, I would rather Kermit and Miss Piggy. Yeah, I can see that. That'd be good. Animal as director of football. What do you reckon, Carl? Yeah. Or we can have the banana splits. There you go. Then we can have them as manager and director of football.
Miss Piggy.
Ben says, I might have sunk 18 hours into Zelda already. Game of the last decade, possibly. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's good, Ben. Let me know.
Wow. There you go. That's
Who
pushed
would
up
you
their
pick?
sales a bit.
Who would you pick out of Rodgers or Potter if one of those had to be manager? Oh, that's a good. Ellie, who would you go for? Who would you
I'd go for
Rodgers?
Potter. I'll go
Why?
for Potter, and I'll give you
Why?
my reasons why.
Yeah.
Because he's a bit young, a little bit younger, and he's got a point to prove. Right? He's been hurt. He's been hurt by Chelsea, which was 90% not his fault, I would say.
Ellie, do you want to log back
Some
in?
pretty average ones
Yeah.
at Spurs. Yeah.
Do you want to log out and log back in, Ellie? Because you're a bit laggy. So do you want to log out and log back in again? See if that helps.
Yeah, I'll log out and then come back in.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I would actually go for Brendan Rodgers. Wembley. I really would. I'll tell you why. He's been successful at Leicester. I know he's won an FA Cup. I know he's had a poor season this year with Leicester. He was very successful with Celtic. I know it's only a two-team Scottish league, but you have to beat what's in front of you. You have to win your games. You have to win games up there. It isn't just as easy as Celtic or Rangers winning everything. And I think he laid the foundations for what Liverpool went to under that side with Steven Gerrard with the slip that they nearly won the league under him. And he's been quite good with Leicester up to this season. So for me, Graham Potter, I don't think he's the bright manager for us. I don't think he got lucky at Brighton. I think also if you look at goal scores for each team, I think Leicester up to this season were better than Brighton. If you look at the goals for statistics, I think Leicester up to this season were better. And also he's won trophies where Harry Potter, as Dave likes to call them, hasn't. So he has that mentality of getting teams over the line, winning an FA Cup, winning trophies up in Scotland, and also he plays attacking football. They both do, but I prefer Rodgers, and I know Ellie prefers Graham Potter because she likes a bit of Hermione and the Ginger Wizard as well, as she goes to Dumbledore's office looking for a magic wand. Yeah, Harry Potter's looking for Wayne Bonner says it wouldn't be Potter. Exactly. I think Wayne's that. Ben says Wexford Town is twinned with Annapolis, US, and Levy out. Yeah, I did know that. So,
Oh,
we're
okay.
quite famous little Wexford
Nice
Town.
one.
And also another bit of news: we were the only county apart from Dublin to rise in the 1916 rising as well. When they
Yeah,
rose
I
in
think you should
94.
keep that CEO in the job. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
he's
so. He's
pretty
doing a very good
decent.
job. Yeah, yeah. Chocolate bars and chocolate muffins are on the way to you, Ben, as payment in lieu. For Phil, of course, big up Phil, part of the Phil Army. Says, hello, Dermot and Ellie. Madison, Kim Manjay, David Ray, Harvey Barnes would be my transfers, and the next manager for me would be Thomas Frank with Brentford's director of football. Look, Ellie, you know I'm a big fan of Thomas Frank, and I've said it on here before. I would love him to be Tottenham manager. And bring the director of football from Brentford as well. I think it'd be a stroke of genius. But I can't see him leaving Brentford. Can you? Either of them. Can you really see him leaving Brentford?
If he's offered the right situation and the right, projects, I think he might, because we are a bigger animal, a bigger beast than Brentford. So he might have ambitions, you see. So every man's got his day, hasn't he? So he might think, yeah, I want to go because I can wake up a giant. And that'll be his biggest feat in football that he's achieved, if he can wake up Spurs and make us great again.
I'd love Thomas Frank. You know I'm a big admirer of Thomas Frank. I loved the football Brentford play.
Yeah.
I think Brentford, we're in for a tough game on Saturday. We really, really
Yeah.
are in tough
I
game
reckon
on
they'll
Saturday.
beat us.
If we lose on Saturday, that's Europe out
That's
for us
it.
completely.
That's Europe gone.
So big up, Phil. You got me and Ellie talking. We've got more on that. We've got a few other bit of breaking news to bring you in a minute. Wembley 1 would be a pleasure. Big up Wembley 1. Thank you. Carl Simpson, I would go for Graham Potter. It clicks while Poch doesn't. Screw you, Chelsea. Yeah, I hope Chelsea get relegated. And again, I would just like to congratulate Chelsea on their Premier League survival for this season. It's so great having you there. The league wouldn't be the same without you, but rarely, Fat Frank, could you have not brought them down another few levels, made it down to the last day. Should have made it a bit exciting for the fans there. Bless them. They need a bit of excitement. They're a bit bored.
Frank Lampard is the nemesis of Midas, isn't he? Everything he touches doesn't turn to gold.
No. Well, look, he's ruined Chelsea. He's ruined Everton, and now he's ruined Chelsea again. Let's hope Chelsea's decline keeps coming. Beth Kaufman, Potter all day long. That surprises me.
I thought so.
Big up Terry White, Dave Hamilton, Rodgers for me. Potter had a great setup for Brighton. Spurs don't have. Yeah, I know Potter had a great setup at Brighton, but it's the goal scoring for me where I think Rodgers out of the two would be a better manager. Philip, I think, is about to crash his car on the road after hearing what I've just said. On the road, listening.
He just doesn't like Rodgers, does he? Oh, Philip.
Did I hear you correctly about Rodgers, or have I gone deaf? I thank God he didn't hear the rest of what we said about him, Ellie.
I know.
Thank God for that.
He probably did.
He probably did, actually.
You'll be suing us later.
No, he's probably writing down somewhere. He's probably with a few horses' heads in his back, and he's got one on my address on it. It's horse. When I wake up, I'll have a horse's head with a medallion on it. Yeah, look, Philip, let us know if you can. Out of the two, it was asking in the chat, out of the two, who would you prefer, Brendan Rodgers or Harry Potter? So let us know. Carl, who's just totally dropped me in it.
I think we know the answer to that one.
Well, Carl's ratted me out. Thanks, Carl. You're supposed to be my friend, and you ratted on me. He says, Phil, yes, you did hear Rodgers. Yeah. Rodgers has paid Dermot off to plug him.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. Terry White, Thomas Frank for me. Charismatic, great with young players. See, this is why, Ellie. No, on all serious point, you have heard me on here rate him. Any manager, I love Thomas Frank at Tottenham. I really, really would. Can't see it happening, but I would love it. Yeah, go on.
It depends how Levy wants to take it now, because he if he wants a project manager, it's going to be Potter or well, Potter's the best one for projects, but if he wants somebody who can progress us and work with the players and really get us to a good level, I think out of the three, I agree with you, Thomas Frank, because
Yeah.
he's made those players at Brentford play out of their skin this year, and they've been very exciting to watch. I don't know if you watched them at Man City. They were fantastic. They've been fantastic in a lot of matches this season.
Yeah, I watched them play Nottingham Forest. It was a game here shown in Ireland, and as bad as Brentford were playing that day, they just had that bit enough to get over the line, but they never gave up. Never
They've
gave up.
got a good team spirit.
Yeah,
I think what he's good at is gelling people. He's a really good manager. We need someone like that to come in and not be too, because our players are a bit crybaby. They really are. We need a bit of somebody to go in there and talk to them on a level and get them straight, knock them into shape.
Yeah, I think when we have our end of season squad review, we will go into that, Ellie. We've got Tony Young. Big up Tony. Said, need a Dyche type bloke who will not stand for no effort. Most of the players wants to kick up. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Big up Dermot Ellie from Peter Ram. Wembley One says there could be a couple of clubs very pissed off with come over.
Where you gone, Dermot? We've lost Dermot. So I'll carry on. There could be a couple of clubs very pissed off with come a week next Sunday because Leeds have an absolutely 3 points nailed on coming to them on the final day. Not even a doubt of that. Probably right on that one.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh dear. Okay, no problem. We've got Disabled Team. Hi, Dermot, and they hope you're well. Hi, Disabled Team. Look, let me know if you want to come on to our watch along for the final day of the season with me and Philip, and for you as a Leeds fan and join us, and we'll have a bit of banter.
Yeah, that'd be good. We could have a watch along party.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, as well as doing around the grounds as well. Not Rodgers. He failed at Leicester after winning the FA Cup. Never got Liverpool title, and their lead man in the Premier League. But he's won a trophy. Graham Potter hasn't won a trophy. He's won a trophy.
No.
He may have been successful up in Scotland. I know I said the Scottish League isn't the best league in the world. But you still have to win what's put in front of you.
Yeah.
So for me, it would have to be Brendan Rodgers. But I can understand the people that don't want him there. I do get it. Philip says, big up Philip. How about Graham Rodgers? Yeah. Who's the fella that did the horses in the 60s, Ellie? Do you know the
the horses?
Oh.
What sort of horses?
Oh, it'll come to me.
Yeah.
Philip says the wife's driving.
Okay.
Big up.
Big up your wife.
Big up Mrs. Brady. Hope you're doing well. And safe driving to wherever you two are going to. So big afternoon to the Mr. and Mrs. Brady. Big up Philip and Mrs. Brady as well. Phil, big up Phil from the Phil Army. It says Wexford colours again. Wexford's just so popular. We're the most popular county in Ireland. We're in the world at the moment. Purple and gold to Tottenham are sold until you come to Wexford. What do you think about Harry Kane's mural and why hasn't Bill Nick have a statue? Look, Phil, how long, Ellie, have you and me and Philip been on about a statue for Bill Nick outside the stadium?
I know.
We've been on.
Do you know what? It's probably the most tragic thing that our club has not done. You know, they should be ashamed of themselves, like a man who made us glorious, Philip. Yeah, sorry, Dermot, I called you Philip there. Yeah, I think they should be ashamed of themselves that they didn't do it, you know. Or we haven't even named a stand after him, even.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
It's
really like is. They want to wipe out the past, isn't it?
It is, and It's not. It's not what we're about, Ellie. It's really not what we're
No,
about. We suppose you look at Man United, you look at Leeds, you look at Liverpool, you look at other clubs
Celtic up in Scotland as well.
even
Wow.
Rangers have
And Rangers,
statues that they have things out there that we don't. I think it's ridiculous, and there's a lot of problems at Tottenham, but one of them is we need to inside the stadium's grand. I know they do. There's some stuff. There's all the programs, isn't there? One part of the wall from
yeah,
all, but we should have something outside the ground as well. Terry White says, "I don't think the fan base would have any patience with Rodgers in 18 months. We were right back in the same boat as well." Yeah, and the Jimmy Greaves
yeah,
statue, absolutely. There should be one of Bill Nick, Danny Blanchflower, and Jimmy Greaves, a bit like the Dennis Law, George
yeah.
Best, and Bobby Charlton statue.
And
That
I'll add Steve Perriman and Glenn Hoddle to that list,
yeah.
because Steve Perriman, he's our
Mm.
most decorated player, and he played the most games for us. What a loyal servant and a brilliant player as well.
And the pleasure of him talking to him twice on here, Ellie. Really
Yeah,
have really
fantastic.
lovely
I've got
man
to
as well.
ask him a question as well.
It did.
Oh
It
my
made you
God.
night. That it
Yeah,
really did
it
make you
made
night.
my day.
Mm.
I asked him about the gentleman who jumped down and cuddled him when he lifted the FA Cup. Yeah, brilliant.
Well, don't worry. You will not lose the history on this channel. We will always keep at the forefront on what we do on here on THFC till I
We'll
die.
always keep it alive.
Mr. Brady says we have statues at Tottenham. Trouble is they're playing our defence. Yeah, that is so fine. That's so true, Philip. We have Phil Coys. We have a great history at our beloved club. Our ownership should be embracing it. Yeah, they should be, but they don't. Why? Because they're idiots. And Tom says, "Don't mind Wexford. Come to my county. Wicklow is a great county." Yeah, my
Wicklow.
actually my mother lives in Wicklow, to be fair, but I still prefer Wexford. It's a better
Okay.
county. Yeah. Yeah. And then Tom THC, big up Ellie and Dermot. Big up Ellie, that's everyone. That took us half an hour to go through that chat.
I know.
Right.
That was really good though.
There's not a lot of really news about this morning, Ellie, to be fair. Where we could start is I have got a bit of breaking news. It came on Sunday evening. And
You're going to do the music?
no, do you want me to?
Yeah, I love the
okay.
music.
Okay. There we go. Well, it's not really breaking news, but it could be she. But I'm hearing rumours that if the Qatar bid does not succeed at buying Manchester United, they will be turning their attention to Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, with the sale, of course, the sale still being done, this is not really 100% accurate, but it was just a bit of news I saw when I was given with the information I was given. But so I wouldn't take it as accurate. It's probably 50-50, but there could be something in it. And Ellie, what would you say? I've talked to Philip off air about this, and I know his views on it, and I won't sort of talk for Philip. I'll when Philip's back on tomorrow, I'll let him air his views on this. But on your views, Ellie, what would you say to a Qatari takeover if it did happen?
Yeah, because it was interesting what Philip said yesterday as well when we were on air. He said that as long as because they've got to abide by British rules, so they can't do any silly nonsense. All right, because they're going to be clamp down hard on them.
Yeah.
So I just want to see somebody, whoever they are, be it the Qataris or another bid, whoever they are, they come in and they invest in the football side of our club, and they have a chairman who's got a vision for our club and puts a plan in place and gets the right people employed to carry out that plan. That's all I'm hoping for. In my heart of hearts, Dermot, I want our club to rise again. I don't want us to be in the dumps, because we're basically in the dumps at the moment. You know, all right, people would say there's clubs worse off than us, but we're Spurs. We set our stall high. We should be going for the cups. We should be going for top four every season and for the league title every season, and get the players in. We don't have to go for the 60 million and the 100 million players, Dermot.
No.
No, we didn't buy Modric for very much. We didn't buy Sonny for very much. We can buy these gems. Look out for them. Do proper scouting and get a proper plan with players that want to play for our club.
Right. You look at. I was watching a Graham Souness on the ball sort of talk on YouTube last night.
Yeah.
And he was making talks about the Glazers at Old Trafford. Now, I know Column's probably don't want to hear this, but he was saying that if they were more successful, like they were under Fergie, and had the right man in charge, a lot of the fans wouldn't be complaining because they'd be successful and they'd be winning like they did under Fergie. But because they failed for the last decade, that's why the fans now are up in arms. Levy and Enid don't take a dividend out of the club, but they don't put money into the right places either. They don't put money on proper transfers. We try to skimp and save. We're not a club that is struggling for money, to be fair. Now, we all know the hassle that went into Newcastle's takeover with the I love Column's comment. I'm going to bring it up in a minute. I knew he'd say something. I said it deliberately just to see what he said. You look at the hassle Newcastle went through with the Saudi takeover at Newcastle, with all the human rights things as well behind all that. Would the human rights thing with the Qatari, which is probably slightly not as bad as Saudi Arabia, would that play in your mind, or would you quite prepared to put that to one side as long as they bring success to Tottenham if it did happen?
Look, put it this way, like I said to been reported has done so many bad things. Even our country, look, we've done bad things. Loads of other countries. Beggars can't be choosers, right? So if they do buy us, they're going to be governed by British law, like I said. So they'll have to behave themselves. Yeah. And as long as they've got passion for our club, like the Newcastle owners, right? Yeah, they have got a checkered past, right?
But to be fair to them, they've got passion for that club, though.
Yeah, they have, and they're trying to make amends, right? So hopefully, whoever buys us, be it the Qataris or someone else, that they've got the passion for the club on the football side, and leave the business side to other people.
Yeah. Can I just make one thing? I wasn't supporting Daniel Levy. I know it's a comment here. I can support Levy. I wasn't. I was just trying to make an overall point of between the Glazers and Levy, and the different ways of how both people have failed their clubs respectively. That's the point I was trying to make. Maybe I didn't make it clear enough, but that's the point I was trying to make. Sorry if people talk it that way. It wasn't. I'm not sometimes good at explaining my opinions properly. So don't do that. Terry says, I read that too. Qataris in, please. They were all once successful on the pitch. Exactly. Come on, Qatari. Don't be shy. We would love you to come along. I think United fans would love them there as well. Henry's hope it's true. Big up Henry, Column. And this is why he's a washed up pundit, mind you, too. That's why he doesn't. Yeah, I would agree with you.
Is that Graham Souness he's talking about?
I must admit, I did like him.
He was slating. Did you see when he was slating Harry Kane about being versed and being media savvy?
Yeah,
like Harry came out. You could see he wasn't rehearsed.
No,
what he was saying.
No.
You could hear it.
Yeah,
He's talking out of his bloody
I
Sorry.
wasn't supporting Levy. John Fitzpatrick, big up John, but I wasn't supporting Levy. I was just trying to make an opinion a point that both have respectively failed at their clubs. The Glazers have failed at United for the last 10 or 20 years since Fergie left, and Levy has failed us for the last 22 years. I was only making a point what Graham Souness has said in the interview. So that's the point I was trying to make and trying to put, two of them together. Big up Coover. He says Levy doesn't take dividend out of the club, no, but he does take several massive pay rises. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And remains by far the highest paid director in the EPL. Is that a reflection of football? Hell no. No, it isn't. And I agree with you. Again, wish people would stop thinking I'm Levy and I'm not. I'm just trying to make a balanced argument that we come across as a balanced, that you have to make a balanced argument for people to make their own opinions. You can't just be.
Yeah. So it opens up the door
Yeah.
for people like Coover to
Yeah.
make a statement like that, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, everybody's got their opinion about Levy, right? I particularly don't like him as. I just don't like him. I just don't.
Yeah.
There's something about him. I think Mia copped it up, didn't she, when she said he's very awkward and he doesn't communicate with the fans.
No.
He doesn't give us respect.
No, and also what I'm trying to do as a host is trying to not to be one way. I'm trying to be diplomatic if I can as a host, and trying to bring the conversation out that other people can have the conversation, and then we can feed off that conversation. So if I was to come here ranting and raving, it's not what I would do, and B, it's other people doing. They're good at it. I'm not good at that. I'm good at trying to be diplomatic and try to bring a balanced argument into any. If we're talking about politics or history or football or Formula One, I always try to bring a balanced argument and always try to, think for. But big up Coover, the disabled thing. I don't hear Newcastle fans complaining. In fact, they're the opposite. Exactly. Paul Brown, Bill, Nick, Greavesy, etc. of a different era. Nick have no interest in our history. No, they haven't. The way forward is towards the entertainment venue, cash cow, etc. The football is literally a conduct for revenue. Yeah, I got a email yesterday for my Hotspur membership. That's gone up, Pelly, from the shite we watched this season. Now, I live in Ireland. I want to go to Tottenham games, so I probably will end up having to renew my membership. Only because I live here, and it's the only way I'm going to get tickets to go.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I'm happy doing it. But look, it is what it is. Coover says, don't apologise, Dermot. Speak your mind and call people out if they question you. It will make good entertainment. Big up, Coover. And I hope you're well. I hope you and the boys and the family are well as well. It's been a while since we've had a chat, mate. So big up, Coover. Peter Ram, I'm afraid human rights issues would play on my mind. The Qataris would have to take and make a convincing case that they're not using Spurs for sports washing. I see what Amnesty International say first. Yeah, exactly. That's another point, Ellie. Tory boy, everything nowadays has some sort of human rights violation, but I'm more concerned about the heritage of a club. We have a very humble Jewish following, and to see the what, Ellie? What's that word?
The Qataris feels wrong. He said it feels wrong to have the Qataris come in.
Terry White, big up Coover. Disabled team, Dermot and Ellie, what part of Ireland are you from, please? Father's mother and father are from a place called Strawberry Beds. Well, I'm from Wexford. Ellie's from England. She's from Tottenham.
I'm from Tottenham, right? But I've got an Irish sister-in-law who's from Kerry, and she's lovely.
Not a big county.
Kerry's not a big county. I've got a link there. I've got lots of Irish friends.
Yeah, Kerry's a small county. It's a nothing county. Don't listen to it. Wexford's the best county.
Yeah, but it's one of the most beautiful I've heard.
Oh no, Wexford's beautiful as well. Wexford, do you know Kildare's
definitely.
Wexford's number one and Kildare's number.
Wexford down.
No, Wexford's number one, Kildare's number two. There you go, Dave. You know it makes sense. Yeah, I'm from Wexford. My father's from Mayo. My mother's from Northern Ireland. And then my birth parents, because I was adopted, my birth mother's from Wicklow and my birth father's from West Cork. So I've got more Irish in me than Michael Collins had riding his bicycle around Dublin with £10,000 on his head, invading everyone trying to catch him, and he still didn't get captured. Fair play to Mick Collins.
Do you know where
Anyway,
Strawberry Beds is in Ireland?
I've never heard of it, to be fair. I was hoping Philip might
never
come into the comments and let me know, actually.
Yeah,
Help me
come
out
on,
here.
Philip. He's our historian.
Yeah. Corey Boy says, all bunged up with COVID. Oh, God bless you.
Oh dear.
Carl Simpson, no need to
Wish you
apologise.
better.
But we know where you stand, mate. Cheers, thanks. We've got Daniel Sandoval. Big up, one love. Big up, Daniel.
Big up.
And Terry Tottenham 1882. We need to get off the human rights. If we are that incensed, we wouldn't have clothes and they're trying to. Yeah, look, that's another point as well.
Yeah.
It is a fair, but I think, I think it's worth talking about as well. It has to be talked about. I think it's right to talk about it. And David's the Republic of Ireland is just outside Dublin. No, Dublin is the capital of the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah.
It's the
Lovely
best
place. I
Ireland.
went over and met Dermot and David Harris. It was brilliant.
You see, we took it down O'Connell Street.
Yeah.
You know, showed
And
you.
they warned me about all the parts not to visit.
They have their historical views as well. They really do.
Yeah.
Right,
I
Ellie,
loved the Guinness factory. It was brilliant.
yeah, you can get pissed
I'll
there.
urge everybody to go over and catch one of those cabs.
Yeah. There's a Strawberry Hill in Wexford. Yeah, there is. That's it. Cheers,
Okay.
Ed. Yeah, there is a Strawberry Hill in Wexford. Yeah. Do you know I live in my county and I forgot there was a Strawberry Hill.
Yeah.
Taking Ellie down those dodgy back streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey Boy says, I'd rather sell to a Yank investor than to a Middle East. It feels like everything that has made our club being washed away by these owners and what to make their bank. Well, the Americans will be the same as well. So whoever you sell it to, they're going to have a checkered history. So look, it is what it is. Screw human rights. I'll sell my kids to slave labor for an FA Cup. Fair enough.
Yeah.
No comment on
Those
that.
kids, I feel sorry.
Yeah, just no comment on that. The
It's
same team.
safe.
I've not had the pleasure of going to Ireland, but would love to go one day. You're more than welcome. Come to the best country in the world. It really is. And Peter Ram, top mate too. That's what's about. We can stop human rights abuse only in Premier League clubs. We can't always know where our clothes are made. Yeah, that's true. And Carl Enoch have had a check of history exactly. And he said, "What about?" We asked Mr. Musk.
Even our own owner has. If you read about him.
And here's a stranger I haven't seen of all time. And Aaron Dubb, big up Aaron. I haven't seen
Aaron
for a
Dobbs.
haven't seen for a long time,
I'll
brother.
give him
How are
the-
you? Think Strawberry Beds is out past the park in West Dublin. I think you might be right, man. But thanks for that, Aaron. I hope you're doing well. I haven't heard from you for a long time or seen you in any streams. Ellie, just one bit of news before we finish. I've got this news last night. Brian Lewis director Tim Shettington is one of the 3 top contenders to become Tottenham's new sporting director. Talks are to be held soon. Oh, this is like the Nuno manager search again, isn't it? What's this, day 40 or day 41?
Do you know what's a bit weird about that one is because I read that Xabi Alonso has signed a deal at his club, but we're going to take their sporting director off them. That seems a bit weird because you would have thought if we're going to take their sporting director, we're going to take Xabi Alonso as well to come with him because they've worked together. But probably it doesn't work that way. I don't know. It just seems a bit weird.
Look, anything Tottenham does is weird, to be fair. But look, we're now 50 days without a manager. This is getting like the Nuno watch. You watch. We'll go through every manager and come back with Mr. Bean. He'll be our new manager. And the teddy bear, Mr. Bean's teddy bear, will be the new director of football. He'll have him up plump there next to leave.
Actually, Rowan Atkinson, who plays him, is a very intelligent man. So,
and
he can sort Spurs out.
Also, this morning, which we said yesterday, Tottenham will continue to be linked with Brentford Kovacic for Dave Ray. Look, my thoughts on it, I would love Bazzuno at Tottenham. I think buy both of them. Buy Reina and Bazzuno. I think that'd be a great thing. And the last bit of news, Ellie, we have today is the first fixture of our pre-season tour was confirmed. And that is on the 18th of the 7th, 2023, which you will get live commentary on THFC Till I Die. We are going to do the pre-season watch-alongs this year, next season, and it's to be confirmed what time, but Tottenham are playing West Ham in Optus Stadium in Perth in Australia. So there you go, Ellie. And also, Spurs have also visited 2 additional Asian cities as part of their Asian Pacific tour. The opponents will be relieved in due course. And of course, the priority of superstar Song Hang Min means there have been no surprise the club will once again be touring the Far East. Tottenham visit South Korea ahead of 2023 season and will play there again for the start of the 23-24 Premier League season. Ellie, that is Newsbeat for today.
Yeah.
Not really a lot going on, is there, really, to be fair?
No, I was just going to add to that. West Ham are going to be there as well.
Mhm.
And you imagine if they win that Conference Cup, we'll have to take our Audi Cup to
Apparently, Nuno has asked to be released from his contract in Saudi. You never know, unfinished business.
got a
Imagine
cup
Nuno
to
co-
bash them with.
Yeah. Imagine bringing Nuno back to the club. Big up, Carl. Anyway, listen, thank you all for. Oh, we've got a few more people. I'm just
Yeah.
listening while I'm working. Hope you're all well. Yeah, we're grand, Aaron, and it's great to see you back in the chat.
Nice
We've
one,
got
Aaron.
Lee Strantham,
very
and Leeds
much.
fan. Hello, everyone. Big up, Lee. Hope you're doing well. So thank you for popping
Oh
in.
my God.
We've got Flash Errol. Big up, Flash. Big up, everyone. And then Peter Ram. I've got
I
Edem.
like that name,
Peter Ram.
Flash Errol.
Yeah. The manager and director of football appointments will again be examples of crisis management, not informed, sensible decisions. Exactly. Simon Rufest is sporting director of Leverkusen. Was head of scouting.
Oh,
Right.
Stein was head of scouting. Okay.
Okay. Cheers, Ed. And thanks for the show again. Big up Peter M. And great show, Ellie and Dermot. Wembley one, great show. Thanks. No, thank you for watching.
Nice one.
Look, as I say, the links are up the
Thank
top
you.
to be members. Thank you all for watching. We will be back tomorrow with Newsbeat. Philip Brady will be back with Ellie while I continue my my sort of little holiday. But you never know. I might even pop on as well. Who knows?
You probably
Anyway,
will.
Ellie, again, please, everyone, if you are coming over to Ireland, please use patio cabs for your services direct from Dublin Airport to Wexford. He is the only man to take you wherever you want to go. So please, we will be putting his number and we will put his number in his number up on the YouTube channel. So you will get his number for then. But if you need his number and you're coming over to Ireland, before we do, please contact us and we will give you his direct details. But please use patio cabs for your services direct from Dublin Airport to Wexford. Whatever you do, no, let me take that off now. Sorry. Come on, Dermot. Whatever you do, have a lovely rest of your afternoon. Whatever you do, be careful. Love each other. We are Tottenham. And I want to do something very quickly. 2 things. Whatever you do on your way out, please do a hoy beer. And last but not least, this will be Brendan Rodgers being told he's been given the Spurs job. On that bombshell, goodbye.